my darling. That's me back again for another adventure in finally getting the beast tribe up to maximum here. So, if I look at my reputation, I'm at 1620 out of 1730. So the 180 points I get today should put me up to rank 8, which I'll maximise it. Stigma 4 has received a request for aid from the Corellian farmers. Alert! Request for aid received from Corellians on Elita. Report indicates that invasive plant life threatens harvest. Be aware that there is a perfectly good, pre-synthesized compound available to eliminate all traces of organic life from the applied area with a minimum of effort. However, the dishevelled manager objected quite shrilly to its use. They insist on a weaker chemical agent, which must be produced at great expense from nearby materials. Although this is an inefficient course of action, engaging in debate with diminutive life forms is projected to be equally taxing. Therefore, your task is to gather all local grain from the Elysian fields. Please do not argue with this directive. Deliver the ingredients to the Corellian at base Omicron, where they will waste precious moments synthesizing an inferior chemical agent. Stigma 4 has graciously accepted a request from the IA on your behalf. Communication from the IA residing in Ostracon Tria received. Word has spread of Elita's use as a flesh medium for sensory perception data. Ergo, additional non-corporeal entities now desire a demonstration. This experience could easily be achieved by visiting the cafe. Preliminary calculations, however, suggest that appeasing them with a trial in their colony will prove an effective means of publicity for the last dregs. You are responsible for reintroducing the thought entities to the notion of gustatory stimuli, and it is therefore your responsibility to acquiesce to their demands. Visit the abode of the IA and make contact with the itinerant server unit at your earliest convenience. Stigma 4 has seemingly become environmentally aware. A crucial component of expanding the Last Drag's customer base is to improve the overall sentiment of the inhabitants in Ultima Thule, starting with their surrounding environment, notably Ostracon Data Octo. The area in which the dragons dwell has considerable soil contamination. Scans indicate that there may be substances with a minuscule chance of counteracting such contamination on Elysian. Allied unit is therefore requested to procure samples of Elysian herbs from the zones dedicated to unproductive dithering in a timely fashion. You are not to join in the dithering. The target was produced by alien technology and has not yet been analysed sufficiently to enable replication. The sooner you collect it, the sooner the soil purification can begin synthesizing a compound and provide valuable data. Scanning Elysian and Last Checks for anomalies, all clear. I really love this place. you must be our fleshy medium for the demonstration. I am eager to discover what sensations this gustatory experience will entail. Bzz. Visual confirmation of Allied Unit Elita's arrival. Preparations for the demonstration are complete. Please begin consumption of one of the 3 available organic substances. Now initializing scan of Allied lifeforms' gustatory inputs. The decidedly unpoisoned apple. Oh my, it's begun. Look at how the poor fleshy thing is forced to fill its oral cavity with the organic foodstuff, using its lingual nerve to collect flavor as it masticates matter with its teeth. Then the finale, deglutition. How messy, how troublesome, how primitive. Gustatory data received. Awaiting command to transmit data to the inexplicably narrating lifeform. Yes, give me the data. Shock my senses, I beg you. Now transmitting data. Oh my. What is this sensation? The signal from a phantom organ I do not possess. How wonderfully bizarre. Invigorating flavors of acidity and sweetness wash over me. The firm succulent texture of the victual immovable from the forefront of my mind. So this is what fruit tastes like. Who would have thought the reproductive body of a seed could have such a rich flavor? I now understand that fleshy ones do not consume organic substances strictly out of nutritional necessity, but for stimulation such as this. How altogether fascinating, indeed! I must see this cafe for myself. Departure of Screeching, non-corporeal entity confirmed. This unit will return to its duties at the last dregs, where countless such beings doubtless await. Allied unit is encouraged to return to A4 research for missing debriefing. We're awaiting distribution of the requested samples in accordance with commands for the soil purification program. This plant has medicinal properties that, when mixed with the appropriate ingredients, may create a mixture capable of producing fertile soil. Bing! Acknowledging receipt of samples, this unit will begin analyzing composition of retrieved specimens and initialize sequence for generation of remedial substances. Allied life form, choose return to Stigma 4 for mission debriefing and compensation. Ah, you must be Stigma 4's woman. I understand you have a delivery for us. Cream which can only be found among the cosmos, to be used for the synthesis of low-grade herbicides. Ah, a resupply is always welcome. Thanks to you, the symbol remains visible as a reminder to us, to all and sundry, not to mention that our harvest is more bountiful than ever before. The vegetables we grow have proven to be in high demand, and we mustn't disappoint our customers. It gives value to every drop of sweat we shed. I shall make more of the chemical solution as soon as time allows. However, the weeds are a constant menace, and doubtless we shall require more ingredients before long. Here we go. Time for maximizing the rank. Return of allied life form Elita confirmed. report from base Omicron indicates successful production of chemical agents. Analysis indicates that the rich harvest is merely a statistical aberration and not a direct consequence of the crop circle. Yet its continued positive effect on morale in defiance of all logic cannot be denied, so its upkeep is worth the cost of resources and time. You will be summoned once more should the need for help arise. May your wages tide you over until then. Return of Allied unit recognized, requesting full mission report. Congratulations on your successful ingestion. Though this outcome was expected, it is also desirable. Guerrilla demonstration will be logged as an effective means of encouraging interest in sensory perception. It is fortunate that a number of EA were present during your execution of objectives. Due to their lack of physical form as well as conditioned operation protocols, luring them to the last dregs has been surprisingly difficult, even for tactical specialists. However, those who watch this demonstration from afar may choose to participate in the future. Should the opportunity present itself to carry out similar operations, your services will be required once more. Transmissions from Soil Purification Unit confirm the delivery of requested samples. Allied Unit is commanded for successful completion of objectives. However, the degree to which the synthesized compound can purify the soil remains surprisingly small, and the current methodology's labor productivity is entirely unacceptable. The logical response would be to scrap the program in its entirety. Unfortunately, for the effectivity of our operation, the fleet within proprietor disagrees. Allied Unit is urged to stand by, as projections indicate its services will be needed again in the near future. I've asked Sigma 4 to produce a refrigerant spray bottle in anticipation of the next time N7000 gets on my nerves. Can't be too careful. You have the strangest feeling that you've forgotten something, or someone. I haven't forgotten about them. We're precisely 86,000,400,000 timecodes have passed since our latest brewing incident. A new record. This unit's mission satisfaction could not be higher. I don't know about you, but I think we deserve a break. Care to join us for a tall glass of carrot juice? Carrot coffee is always an option, so I would hate to risk our safety record. This unit notes that carrots are still disappropriately represented on the menu, but accept your invitation. No, that's impossible. Such a pleasant atmosphere for processing. This unit now understands such organic life forms' obsession with beverage consumption. The last drag certainly has come a long way. Remember when the counter was dusty and musty? I still don't know what civilization originally built these structures, but I like to think they'd be happy to see what we've done with the place. Perhaps they ran a cafe of their own long ago. Actually, while you're here, can I trouble you to check in with the patrons? As you well know, customer satisfaction is our first priority, and they wouldn't dare fob you off with a platitude. What are they saying? Do they like it? This unit apologizes once again for burdening you with an extra shift. Thy consideration is appreciated, hero. For me, 'tis enough to gaze upon the tiny dessert, and feel the wind on my scales. Indeed, the true winds of Elysian are divine. Yet I find myself drawn to the pastry nonetheless. The sentiment by which thou didst create it warms my heart even now. It hath been many years since I last found myself rested. Perhaps a song to mark the occasion. Just a little like me.
This place, I love it here. It reminds me almost as much as the seas of Elita. And such a pristine sea it is. Each time I devour a delicious fish, I reaffirm my vow to protect it. One serving of the fish, please. By the by, are there any imminent plans for salty sea breeze coffee? It would pair well with the soup.
Well, the sea's vistas are the most charming. The other scenery of Elysium has proven quite enjoyable as well. The peaks, the trees, whatever that weird place with the monoliths is.
Such pristine fish.
We'll be sure to get good care of them. The ones we don't eat anyway. Mayhap one day fate shall see fit to reunite me with my faraway kin. A dragon can but dream. Last Brag's security protocol updated. Only root customers will be eliminated. For our next subject of conversation, I propose a relaxing round of should the milk go in first or last? Yes, the transmission of other beings' gustatory perception has been most effective. I believe I should like to experience haptic transmissions next. These burns to the tongue reported by the beings that consume coffee rapidly sound intriguing. Why do you hasten so? There are so many gustatory sensations we must yet experience. The Corellians and Grey Above's perceptions were illuminating. The atmosphere too is quite enjoyable, though the other beings are naturally unequipped to discuss the finer mysteries of the universe. The idle chatter pleases me. In fact, I've scarcely rebuked anyone at all. Of late, we have been delving into the mystery of what gustatory triggers the real smooth enjoy. Helpfully, their displeasure upon experiencing a sensation that they do not prefer is obvious. Is it possible that substance that possesses no consciousness knows us better than we know ourselves? We came here to research what other vegetables may be of value on the menu, not to discuss personal issues, but you know how he is. It has been quite some time since I began cooperating with this lout, hasn't it? Though I can scarce believe it myself, we are as allies now, some even call us friends. To which I take offence, of course, perish the thought. As if you don't wander over to my side of the garden half a dozen times per shift to raise your suggestions, perhaps people would possess a more accurate conception of our relationship if you did not so clearly crave my insight. Still, I've come to believe that anyone who enjoys last dregs as much as I do cannot be all bad, even if he has poor taste in helmets. Poor taste in helmets? I have never been so offended in my life. I require quite some time to fully detail the inaccuracy of that statement. Another round, please. I can't say what's more unbelievable, that I'm gardening with the enemy or that I quite enjoy it. I was dead serious about the war, believe you me, yet somehow this feels more meaningful.
Well, are they happy?
Allow this unit to thank you in the perpetually anxious lifeform's stead. Your data collection is appreciated.
I am not perpetually anxious. This is a normal amount of concern. But yes, thank you, Elita. How did you find our customers? Thank goodness they're still enjoying themselves. I would hate to play host to any more firefights, or fistfights, or food fights.
Data from Barista in M104 indicates that patron numbers are only increasing. Business future secure. Though this unit personally wishes us to seek out even more civilizations' data nevertheless, much of the universe remains to be restored to life and hope. We're incoming transmission from Stigma 4. We're new life. Allied units, is there new life on Elysian? Scans indicate more than one additional life form.
Oh, don't bore us with the logs. If it's worth scanning, it's worth seeing. Unsurprisingly, I was treated to more logs anyway. Good news is that every single part of Elysian has grown.
Where this unit will not spoil any further revelations, let us proceed.
Sweet mother! Stigma 4 wasn't kidding. Not that it can... Look over there! Oh... What are you doing here?
As your companion suggested, we have traversed the dead worlds of Ultima Thule. We have seen its despair. We have seen the tragedy of the forgotten, and the sorrow of those who forget themselves. This as well. Yet, this star is different. There is life here. There is change.
This unit understands that this is difficult for you to accept. The mission to live is no simple matter.
Then why do you grasp for life in a universe that will one day die? Why seek to change that which cannot be changed?
This unit hopes you will not take this as a personal attack, but it would assert that a broad perspective is required. It is true that each civilization is vulnerable. A single particle of despair placed in the right code, the right body, the right mind, can spread like a virus. Yet, there is more than one civilization in this universe. The disease that kills one spares another. The sorrow that consumes one drives others to seek joy. Together we survive. Together we see beyond our limitations, and together we find reason to hope. For so long as we live and so long as we have even one reason to hope, the dynamis will change for us. Beyond our despair lies an infinitude of miracles. We need only open our receptors to them.
We obtained physical life eternal, and complete mental resonance to determine that existence is meaningless. Despite all of that, you say we were wrong?
Please refrain from leaping to conclusions. Whether the inherent meaning of life or lack thereof can be proven by the existence of miracles remains up for debate. We, Ea, have grappled with such questions since time immemorial. You are welcome to join us for further discussion and gustatory stimulation at the cafe before deciding that your civilization was replete with buffoons. So long as you keep the doom and gloom confined to your conversation with mentally unflappable beings, that should be fine. And who knows, a nice cup of coffee might cheer you up a bit.
This unit can vouch for the utility of our beverages in processing philosophical conundrums.
That too. Perhaps the ale will even find something new to ponder. It's the little things, as they say.
There will be time enough for all civilizations to find hope for the future. Given the proposed eternal opening schedule, this unit has set reminders to look out for the end of the universe in case additional menu items are required.
That's what I like to hear. Less fatalism, more carrots of happiness. We'll have to explore the new Elysium when we have a bit more time.
Where these developments are pleasing, but whence did they originate?
Changes occurred soon after Elita asked her customers to reflect on their experience at the cafe, no? Perhaps realizing how happy they are increased their faith in a brighter future. And perhaps even the Niprum were moved by the sight of a world that had not fallen to despair.
In any case, the value of our mission is clear.
You bet it is. Ah, so nice not to have to do all the emotional lifting around here anymore. Do come back and join us from time to time, Elita. We'll be here forever.
Affirmative. Your labor has been greatly valued. We will be delighted to assign you shifts at any time. Where this unit jests, your friendship is also valued. Should you ever need a place to process, you are always welcome for a beverage of indeterminate nature at the last dregs.
You have achieved +4 reputation with the staff and patrons of the Last Dregs. You will receive an experience point bonus upon the completion of Last Dregs tribal daily quests.
We're welcome allied unit Elita. Are you here to process? Elysion's environments are peaceful today, or perhaps a barista can get you a cup of tea. This unit assures you there are no carrots in the tea.
Business couldn't be better. We'll always have a table for you, though, so stop by any time.
Scan Elysian and last checks for anomalies, all clear.
What have we got? The Omicron Famers Kit, that's new. And the Cradle of Hope Orchestrion Vault.
south. Assuming that you've done what I've done and just bought one of each, you should still have 41 left by the end of doing all the Beast Tribe quests. Now let's have a little look around in here. Look, little baby dragons! Oh. Where's the other little one go? Oh, look at them! This place is absolutely beautiful. And of course we have the new area over here. Pardon me, as it appears I am experiencing emotion. Relaxation achieved. Downloading Ambling add-on. Perhaps Rala is not the only blessing. Flower identification requested. This tree represents the world, us its leaves. We're interconnected units as we are. I spent so much time. What thesis shall we obliterate? It's beautiful. You get some lovely pictures like that. And we have one more place to go. And that's the cafe itself, and see what if there's been any changes there. Yeah, I don't think these say anything new, but there is one of these fellows over here. Grew these with my own 2 hands. As do all individuals, we seek to only be part of something more. Yet we have come to consider that it's not a perfect understanding we require, merely the shared experience of a pleasant meal. I thought all this was gonna like open up a bit more, you know, become a bit brighter. Maybe it's like, maybe when we get like the quests that like allow the Beast Tribe quest to open up. Hey, there's the other dragon. So normally like there's like another quest that happens after you've done all the Beast Tribe quests in the expansion. So I'm guessing that when that happens, this whole area will start to develop a bit more, and it'll become brighter and more lively. Welcome to the Last Dregs, valued team member Draconia Elita. Please limit your intake of complimentary liquids to 1 serving per shift. Now, how may this unit assist you? Tell me about Civilization Decahepta. Where the 17th Civilization in Meteon's reports illuminated the suffering both of death, disease, and interpersonal conflict. However, a life without sorrow was a life without joy, a meaningless existence for an organic life form. Thus, in perfect ideological unity, they chose death for one and all. These patrons are exceedingly difficult to comprehend, let alone impart with hope, but scans of Elysion speak for themselves. For our part, the Last Dreg staff will continue offering warming beverages, 1 cup at a time. It's a beautiful place. I do wonder what will become of the Saviour here. Because I can't imagine this will stay like this. And I feel that this is going to be something far grander. I feel like over here is just the start. Right, but for now, let's go to here and so the idea is to see what Right, so let's see what we got here. So that's the background of the Last Dregs one.
don't think there's anything here. Anything from here for last checks? That one I want. Ah, here we go, last dregs. Oh, that's cool, you can have like a little cappy thing at the top. Oh, there's the last dregs one, that's the bottom part. Some of these are really cool. Oh, there's the last dregs one there. You can have a little Omicron thing there. Cool. Yeah, that's like the extra things that you get from the last dregs. What have we got in here? Now I'm assuming the music is where is our orchestrion? Let's see. I'll move to my room. Right. Yeah, so that's music from in the area where the Beast Tribe is. It's nice if you want to have like a gentle, tranquil tune playing. Sort of emotional sort of tone to it. I really like this tune. But yeah, now you know what you get for the final Beast Tribe Awards. Thank you all for watching. Love you all. Take care everyone. Bye for now. Mwah!